it's for sale on his website. I thought you meant. Hello. What is going on, gang? We're still getting set up. We're trying to, anyway. Oh, my goodness. Well, here we are, live again. We will give folks a chance to get on board.
Hey, Matt. Mr. Matt Pearson.
Hey, Matt. What's going on, bud? Excuse me.
Hey, Matt, does that picture look fuzzy to you?
Yeah, so if you go in and tell it that you want it to, go to the three dots at the top. Or it's down in settings. I'm sorry, on the computer. Settings. The little gear.
Oh, no, yours it cleared up.
Oh, okay.
That's weird.
Yeah.
You are crooked, though.
Am I?
Yeah.
How? Well, if I do it that way, it's crooked the other way.
No, I think it has to go like this.
Okay. Now you've done it. There's no right way.
For work pick looks.
Oh.
Hello, Mr. Luthi.
What's up, Chris?
There you go.
What is new? What's old? What's going on?
What about that game?
What game? Was there a game on today?
That was terrible.
Oh, right. There was some sports ball.
Kansas City lost their butts.
Yes, they did. Well, you know. Oh, well.
What?
This is one of those interesting lives where about 15 minutes ago, Christine said, "Oh, you're going to be late if you don't go live in a few minutes." And I was like, shit. However, we do have something cool to talk about. But I'm going to give it another couple of minutes for some folks to arrive. What's going on over there?
You can't. Oh, there we go. Game. If it ain't hockey, it's crap. I love hockey. In fact, the best thing was the first time I took my son to his first hockey game, because I'm a Sharks fan and my boss gets Sharks tickets. It was just a basically preseason game, but there were 13 fights that night, and my son had a blast watching them. That was so funny. Hey, Manny. Manny Z is here.
Well, so how's everybody doing tonight? We are doing good. It's been a nice, mellow weekend. Yes, there was a sporting event. Yes, it didn't go like everybody wanted it to, and it went very much like other people wanted it to. That's the way it is.
Is that the one?
Yeah. Excuse me. But we are not here to talk about that unless you guys really want to, in which case we can. Give it up. It's fine. So let's talk about a knife, which is what we do here at A Therapeutic Edge. Let's talk about this knife. So there's been no review of this yet, but it's that's the one. Yep, but it's coming. This is another Alien Knives knife. This is the MX4. This is another handmade. Basically a light production custom. These are all made in his shop. This is 80 CR V2 steel with that really cool, what we're going to call Martian look to it.
Hey, Jibby.
These scales are basically green. And what I mean by that is that they are made of hemp and, coffee grounds and all sorts of cool materials that you don't normally find. That does mean that they're a little flexible. But this thing is cool, man, and sharp.
It is a good steel, man.
And surprisingly comfortable. When I was talking to Luis.
Actually, I'm not sure if it's Louis or Luis.
Could be Louis, could be Luis. We're gonna say Luis.
Probably Luis.
Yeah, of Alien Knives. He mentioned that it was bigger than it looks, and he was not wrong. This thing is very comfortable. Now it is a lockback, so it isn't a flipper. You know, you're not gonna get out that way. But the rollout is super smooth. There is no side to side wobble at all. Right? There's a little rock in the lock, but you know, I feel like he's still getting the bugs worked out of this. Now these things are only about $100, give or take.
The coffee ones are actually 125.
But I'd like to say that $125 for a handmade knife, if you picked one of these up at Blade Show, this would be $250.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely organic, Manny.
We actually have two of them. We have this one, and we have the hemp here somewhere. It's over there. I'll get it later. Well, excuse my arm. I just really dig this. I like a knife company is trying new things. You know, he designed the DX2, which is not on the table. That's embarrassing. I don't even know where
JB
it
says
is.
it's pretty good for a hand build.
Yeah.
And hey, Shane, welcome. And Paper Tiger. I love that name.
Paper Tiger?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
It really is.
So, if you want basically a custom knife, hand ground, designed in a small shop, if you want one for your collection or just to carry and use for $100, you'll get no argument from me. Now, is it as good in manufacturing as some production knives? Well, yeah, no, but that's not the point. The point is that he's trying to do this on his own and do it small batch.
And what I love is I almost want to say the flaws on the knife, like the look on the blade, the look of the flaws.
Right. So apparently that's just left this color, which, like I said, we're going to go with we're going to call it Martian.
Yeah. You guys can see that.
Not there. There you go.
Sorry, I'm not sitting in front of the camera.
Lola. That's what happens to ADCRV2 apparently when it comes out of the forge. So it's a little bit of forge scale in there, and just the look is natural. I don't know. I dig these things. I now have
Manny. No, it doesn't smell of coffee.
This
But that would be cool.
the DX2, and I have a little fixed blade that's coming. Oh, no, I have my little fixed blade. It's here somewhere.
Shane says your laugh reminds him of MC.
I'm older than he is. It's mine first. So I actually have all three of the Alien knives now, and I'm a huge fan of the company. I really am, and the person running it. Luis is super nice.
Customer service is just
awesome.
He's such a neat guy.
You know, and I love that he knows that this is sort of his entry deal, right? He's like, this is what I can charge and make, not lose my shirt, and still make a little money and still get these out into the hands of the public, as opposed to some custom shops that would produce something like this and say, well, I think it's worth $500.
Right.
Now, no, that's okay. I don't want you to think that they aren't good knives. I was really impressed when these things came out of the box. I just want you to know that they aren't, if you're getting one of these in hand and expecting the same sort of, weight and fine finish as something like this, you're not going to find it, but not yet. My thought, my belief is that if this is where he is now, a year from now, these things are just going to be off the charts. The stuff coming out of his factory is just going to be awesome.
Oh, absolutely.
Yup.
But he's aware. He's aware of what he's doing and what he needs to do and what he wants to do. And
For
that's
sure.
what's, and he talks about it, and he admits it, and that's what's awesome. Hey, Paul. How are you?
So before we go any farther, what are you guys carrying tonight? What's in the pocket?
Redacted, your name kills me because every time I see that, I think somebody's pulled a comment. Oh, that cracks me up. Oh, you like that.
So the lag here is a little weird for me. Like, there we go.
Ah,
The clip looks
got the
interesting.
Aster. Love that knife, Jamie.
So the clip is made of the same material as the scales, and as such, it's a little flexible. Also, had he asked me, and of course he didn't, we would have talked about placement. Now, he wanted a lanyard hole. I think that it would have been more suited to move the clip all the way up to the end and make it a little more deep carry. but that's just me. I have carried this thing around in my pocket since I got it, and it's not a big deal. I will say that the clip made out of the same materials as scales is super matchy and cool looking, and it holds really well. You know.
So we've got Born of Blades is carrying the CRKs on. Chris Luthi has no pants and no pockets, so apparently he's running around naked. Mick has the pintail.
Very nice.
Mr. Matt has his Olamic Wayfarer.
Very nice.
Very nice. Redacted has the Kubi Avenger in tie. Paper Tiger has the ZT 770s. Shane Gables has the Spyderco Smock. And Redacted is correcting his. Oh, because he put tie-I-I.
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 Manny Z has the CF Adam. Born of Blades. Oh, he's just saying hi. Hey, Sue Chicken. What's up?
Hey, Sue Chicken.
Tim Cook. Nothing in the pocket since I've been playing with my new Workshop Precision that came in today. Very nice.
Oh, so they're all on the table, getting work sharped.
That'd be nice. We should get a Workshop. I don't know where we'd put it, but
I have a Ken Onion electric because I don't want to spend hours sharpening knives.
Like really grind it down.
I just like it to be fast. I don't do polished grinds. I don't have any interest in that. That's me. Dude, I love when I get a knife from somebody. It's like, I think it's fantastic. But I am a huge fan of the concept of the working edge. If it cuts what I want it to and holds the edge the way I need it to, then for me, I'm done. Some people have elevated sharpening to an art. I think it's fantastic.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
That's just not me. I don't have that kind of focus. There's just enough adult attention deficit disorder going on.
Chris just yelled at you. No electric sharpener.
Well, to be fair, Chris Luthi does have the best sharpening setup I've ever seen. What?
Paul, he said I've been big ready to see hi, carrying a sad heart. Chiefs lost.
Aw. Yeah, they didn't lose small either.
Seeing Born of Blades likes using his KME because he thinks it's therapeutic.
Right. For some people, it totally is. I was never the guy that could build models or do like small fine work like that.
No, that was me.
Right. No, you'd be a great sharpener.
Yeah.
You have better fine motor control anyway. I lose focus and lose attention too quickly. So I'm a big fan of the working edge.
Okay, JB, get that kitchen clean, mister. Hey, Matt, thanks for dropping by. Have a great evening at work.
Hey, Matt, thank you so much, dude. So other than these two knives, there's really nothing new. So I'm just going to bring stuff out. One of these.
Well, you're going to do reviews on those soon, right?
Oh, well, and so are you.
Isn't this one mine?
Other way around.
Oh, that one's yours?
Yeah, I ordered the coffee. The hemp is you.
Oh, the hemp is me.
Yeah.
It's just I really do like this knife. And yes, I am playing with it off camera, but
all right, well, let's see what is fun. So lately there's been a lot of discussion going on because I'm pretty open about the fact that I prefer big knives. I love the art and the science behind small knives, and some small knives, like for instance, the Mini Pursuit 2 has a grip that is fine for me, but I have to confess, most people in the world would consider this to be a medium-sized knife. For me, this is very small. So let's just bring out some big stuff. And people can...
Shane Gable says he has the best sharpener. He uses Jared Neves.
Well, that's good.
That's what I said. Right on. Good for you, man.
Let's just bring out some big stuff that's fun to look at. There we go. Kind of an ode to the way Slicey does his lives. We're just going to have... oh, yeah, sorry about that, guys. The vibration is our front door ring. That's just going to be it, I guess.
I'm going to turn it off.
So I like knives that are comfortable in my hand, but they don't have to be super expensive. Some of these are and some of these are not. One of the things that happens with bigger knives is people, oh, they're too expensive. But this is the Harns General Warrior, right? It's the Warrior in D2. This is a monster knife for about $30, and it is fantastic. I absolutely love this thing. It is, the blade shape is marvelous. The handle is super easy to get a grip on. It's very straightforward basics. Get jimping where you want it to. If you don't want to drop $600, you don't have to. You really don't. Now, how long are they going to last? The steel, all that stuff. Sure. But you can go through an awful lot of $30 knives before you reach $600. So you don't have to spend a ton to get a really big, beefy knife that's going to do the job for you, right? This thing is awesome.
Yeah, the Horns Warrior is a great knife. I actually have one of those and love it, Shane.
This is the Warrior.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the Assassin. In fact, everything that Harns has released in the last year has been really good.
See, even though it's big, and I can thumb roll it, but I'm not going to thumb flick it because I did thumb flick it, and that didn't go so well. So I can flip this one, but I love this knife. This one, I mean, to me, it feels so good in hand. Super awesome. Yeah, it's big, but so freaking comfortable.
It is so freaking comfortable.
Well, I would love to say another word, but I'm not going to do it because I don't want to get banned.
She wants to say fucking.
Hey. Oh, that's right. It's your live.
It's my live. I'm not monetized anymore. Swear away.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You know,
the resolution got very bad.
Yeah, guys. So every once in a while I'll do that. And what I've learned is that you actually have to go in and manually tell your phone or your computer that you want to be watching in 720. I don't know why it bumps like that. It looks good at our end. I'm sorry about that. It's the, the joys of the YouTube app.
Looks like we're underwater.
It really does. That's just fantastic. I don't know what to do about that. Unfortunately, I don't think there's anything that I can adjust.
Well, I went to adjust it here. But...
Oh. Are we back?
And apparently maybe approved that comment. Right on, JB.
All right. Well, we're going to do the best we can.
Okay, it's clear on our end. So is it clear for you guys right now?
I'm just going to keep going because I don't know what to do about that.
That's good.
So this is $30, maybe 35. I can't remember top of my head. The Harns Warrior, right? That's a good knife for for the budget minded. But if you want to spend a little more, 140 to about 160. Well, a personal favorite of mine is the full size Presidio. This one happens to be in the CF Elite scales. I love this knife, and it's big. Doesn't look that big in the pictures, but
Harns about $35. You're right.
Yeah, this thing is a monster. These are about 160. 150, 160. But, of course, along those lines, you can get the Hex by Concept. Another nice big knife for this one's, I think, in D2 and G10. This one's only about $70. I think $65. In this fit and finish right here, it's about 190 or 200. But that's kind of the point. People, and of course, right now, my favorite big knife that's actually relatively budget friendly is this thing.
Hey, Joseph.
This is the Goliath 2 by Max Ace, and this thing is enormous. And to give you an idea of how enormous it is, here we are back up against the Harns, and as you can see, it's just way bigger than that. And these are $128, or if you know somebody who's got the coupon code at White Mountain Knives, they're $116. Now, this is big to the point where I can't recommend it for everybody, but I'll tell you. No, that's with the Zemascus. That's crazy. Let's go ahead and put that there. You may have any questions? Excuse me, as I try not to choke.
Hey, Michael Morgan. Welcome. No questions.
No questions.
No
All right,
questions.
we'll just keep going.
Anything.
Any
questions are good. I guess Nellie is doing dishes.
Oh,
good job, Nellie.
Thank you. Nellie's our hero.
Hey, Genovie. He wants to know what the blade steel in the last one was.
On this one, this is K110, which is fancy D2. And you can just keep going, right?
I like the micarta in blue on the Goliath.
Oh yeah, they make these in a bunch of different colors.
Dustin Witt says, hey, and hello, by the way. How is that big ZT? I just got the 0640 and replaced the scales with the burgundy micarta. Ooh, burgundy micarta sounds pretty.
So the 308 that's an interesting knife. That's a great topic. Yeah. When this thing landed, I was, and I still do, holding the ZT 0300 very, very dear. I love this knife. And in my head, this was sort of a replacement in their lineup. But It isn't. It's a very, very different knife. And so my initial review of this wasn't phenomenal. But over time, and I don't know if you can see this or not, the blade is just filthy. This thing has become one of my favorite knives, period. This one's got black polished micarta scale. I added a deep carry pocket clip, as I do with almost all of the knives that I carry regularly. It's a habit from working in an office. I don't really need them anymore, but I used to hate to have to explain what that giant chunk of steel sticking out the outside of my pocket was at my office job. And so this thing has rapidly become a personal favorite. There was no break-in, super smooth, super snappy, giant chunk of CPM 20 CV. Yeah, the hole is, well,
Morgan likes the forged oil.
forged oil? On what?
I don't know which one you were talking about.
I was talking about this one. These don't have forged oils.
Yeah. He says nice forged oil in it.
Oh,
Justin Witt says, so what you're saying is I should get one.
Yes. Now, they've recently released as a new knife for 2021, the exact same knife, just blacked out with tiger stripe. And for that privilege, they will charge you $320. What? It's the 0308 tiger stripe. And I don't, look, if you really, really like tiger stripe, go for it. Honestly, I think that $300, which is what these are going for, is a little excessive. It's a really good knife. It will last you as long as you want to have it. But if you can find one on the secondary market for a little less than that, I would recommend it.
Here you go. Can you open that for me with your knife?
Why?
Because I missed Mick's comment, and just jokingly, Mick asked, "Can that one open letters?" And JB says it can shred it, but don't shred that one because that's my insurance.
Here, cut this up. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Yeah,
Hey,
no, this is
shredder knife review.
God, this thing is filthy. But that's what happens when you carry and use a knife a lot.
Lorenzo.
Now, the stock version of this that comes in that sort of yellow, that yellow scale, it's supposed to be, I think, even sort of like this, and it isn't. It's even more yellow than that, and I just could not deal with it, so I replaced it.
You mean that mustard yellow, kind of a baby poop yellow?
Yeah, it was not.
That's terrible.
Ugh. But they've been around long enough now that there are a ton of aftermarket scales available, out there.
Well, and that's what Dustin said. He's going to get the original, stonewash it, and look for a scale.
Actually, that's
that
good.
ZT sounds good. Yeah, you got to snap that one again.
That's a good
Let's hear
idea.
the snap on that one. Yeah.
Yeah, this thing it just rockets out. It's a complete blast.
And even I can do it. I didn't fail it.
This knife is very hard to fail. They got the detent just right.
I'm taking it off camera.
We're going to talk about big knives. A knife that does not get nearly enough love, as far as I'm concerned, is the Benchmade Contigo. Now, this one happens to be an M390. This is the I can't remember. It's an exclusive version that used to have gray and black scales, which I, dyed black, and then I put a deep carry clip on it.
Of course you did.
Right. That's the way it goes. But just this knife in general, even an S30V, they're not very expensive. They are enormous. Now, I know a lot of people have trouble with it because of the shape through here and because of all of the jimping. This thing is just jimp-tastic.
Now, the Contigo's discontinued.
Yeah, but they're still out there in places. Yeah. You can still find them. I've been I've been pushing Zach over at Zach Stuff. Bye, Chris. Thanks for coming by, bud. Dude. Zach over at Zach Stuff with his connections at Benchmade to push them to make a full auto version of this in this size.
That would be cool.
I think that would just be the coolest thing ever. It would, if they put enough spring in it, it would fly across the room and stab your opponent without your help. But I just love this thing, right? And it's a shame that it looks like they've discontinued it for now. Hopefully they'll bring it back in some form or another. But the thing is, it was never that popular. However, these are on the secondary market in all their various forms and functions. And so you don't have to pass on it just because it's not around anymore. You just have to look for it. Looks like SMKW's got one.
Yes.
Nice. And, you know, there are bigger knives that are a little weird, too. This is my Aeroso Elite. This is made by Max Ace for Aeroso. This is M390. This is just a funky, funky knife. I love this thing so much. I'm not going to lie. When I first got it, I did not like it because there's a blade to handle ratio thing going on. But having carried and used this thing for a while, it is just fantastic. And I think this was only, I think it was only $140 or $150 when they were available. This is not available. I'm sorry to say anymore. At least I don't think so.
I'm sorry, which one?
It's the Aeroso Elite.
Hey, Libbeard.
Aerosu.
Beard.
Libbeard. Terry.
Terrian.
Even just saying his name makes my regular old, not super long beard feel insignificant. Here, take a look. I'll talk about something else.
Hit your camera.
These are just some of my, you know what? This is just going to be some of my favorite knives up on the table today. That's what we're doing. And you can spend more if you want to, you know, I mean, a good sized knife that's not a good, it's not monstrous, but a good sized knife that's not super expensive is the Spyderco Shaman. And that's how you say that word. I will hear no argument. I know some people say shaman, but nope, shaman. This one is a little special. This is a Blade HQ limited edition. Happens to be in the S90V and came with the carbon fiber scales. I went ahead and put one of the Flightanium sort of geared backspacers on it just because I like it better.
Libertarian says life, liberty, and the pursuit of scruffiness.
Scruffiness.
Right.
This is a great knife. Now, these cost about $208 in their stock form right now. And of course, Spyderco has invested a just crazy amount of money in trying to make a million different sprint run versions of this. Look, I wish they would just release this one again, or even just do it in G10. You know, the market has clearly shown that they really want, you know, fancier steels. Sell the knives.
Yeah, because those are all out of stock.
And of course, I put a deep carry clip on it because that's what we do.
Here. Justin says you have good taste. I really love the shaman. See, now I'm doing it. Really love the shaman and want one, but they're sold out. Plus, you pronounced it right, and I appreciate you for that.
We do our best here at
G10
at House of a Therapeutic.
Great.
Yeah, right.
OCD for EDC just released to see me for the shaman. See, I cannot not stop saying that now. Jesus. Jesus.
One of my favorite big knives from last year, although mine has, of course, been modified, is the Yojumbo. This is fantastic. There is just no way this is not a great knife. Now, my buddy Chris that just left, Chris Luthi, and I, he went ahead and got one of the modified ones from BJ Hill over at Hilltop Knives and Gear. And I took it to him the day that it showed up. And we were looking at his and looking at mine. And he, of course, Chris Luthi makes Kydex holsters. That's what he does. He makes sheaths and holsters and all sorts of other stuff. And so we just sort of looking at his and looking at mine. And we happened to look over at his large belt grinder. And we modified mine right there on the spot. So this comes with a much more pronounced hump right here in the middle, which I really, really didn't enjoy that much. But here's the thing. Even with the stock grips on it, this is a lot of knife for not a lot of money. These are 170, I think. Something like that. What does that say?
168.
Well, yeah, $170.
Out of stock, but yeah.
And it's just so much knife. Humongous chunk of S30V, hollow ground. Just look how much extra handle there is there. This thing is a beast. I absolutely love this knife. It gets a ton of carry. It really does.
I think Nick wants the shaman.
A lot of people want my shaman. This is my shaman.
Lorenzo likes that one. He says it's huge. He likes it. Yo, Slimbo.
Well,
Dustin wants to know what you think. He wants to get a Hogue K320, and he wants to know what you think about that one.
So my Hogue K320 is still off in a little group of friends that I share knives with. I think you should get one. I love that knife. It is just, oh God, it's too big to fit on the screen. It's an excellent knife. Now, whether you choose the Tanto or the drop point is up to you. I have the drop point, and I very much enjoy it.
No, it's not in the pass around group, Dustin. It's in a different group.
Yeah. That's not going to work. These don't fit.
Yeah, they do.
Barely. Oh. My view is actually smaller than the real live view.
Yeah.
That's a trip.
It's all good.
It's good? Is it good?
It's
Oh, it's
good.
good.
It's good.
These are just some of my favorite
for you there.
big boys.
I love this.
I know. The 308. Again, because I was comparing the 308 to the 300 when it first landed, and there's just nothing that compares to the 300. This is in my top 2 or 3 favorite knives of all time forever. I was sort of disappointed with it when it first landed because it's more modern and it's different and it's a little less stabby and I don't know.
Lorenzo, what do you stand corrected on? Dustin said drop point manual. How do you feel about the concept? Is that the gas giant?
This one? The concept on the table, this is the Helix.
Yeah.
This is a Mikkel Williamson design.
That is a great freaking knife.
Yeah, this is a lot of knife for not a lot of money. The only thing I don't love about it is this weird little decision to make it kind of a tanto. It has a little tanto point right here, which will survive exactly 1 sharpening.
Then it'll become my favorite drop point.
Right?
Yep. Absolutely. Hey, Mark, how are you?
Let's see. What should we put away?
Hello, 12 Kingdom M4. Sue Chicken says, what's the Spyderco left of the Yojimbo?
Oh, that's the Shaman. This is the Shaman.
Is the ZT300 spring assisted?
It is not.
Nope.
Absolutely not. There are a few spring assisted knives that I still have and enjoy. The 300 will always be one. The ZT0350 is another. The assist spring in those things is so monstrous and cheap. If you happen to break one, you can get another one for free from ZT, which apparently has happened, but the one in here is a car part. It's nuts how big that thing is.
Deuce.
Let's see. Let's put away the...
You excited for the SOG out of front automatic? No.
Actually, I am. You're not an out the front person.
I'm not a huge out the front person. No. I mean,
Speaking of SOG.
I have a couple.
Yeah.
I'm just not super fond of them.
Speaking of SOG, this is one of the other assisted knives that I've come to really like lately. This is the Kiku Assisted from SOG. This is S35VN. This is that great micarta of theirs. This is a button lock assist. Watch this. Oops.
That was awesome.
That was embarrassing. Let's try it again.
Oh, sorry. Don't laugh.
This thing is absolutely hair trigger assisted. It's essentially an auto. And you can close it one-handed with the button if you've got big hands.
Mad King Deuce said he bought the Goliath and can't wait, all because of you.
Well, I hope you love it, man. Our dog is making noise.
Oh, okay. Gotcha, Lorenzo.
The Goliath is big enough that, well, if you got big pockets, you're going to be fine. Actually, no, I'll put it to you a different way. If anything on the table right now is too big for you, the Goliath is going to be way too big for you.
Now, see, I could get some of those in my pocket as long as I do it sideways. Most likely, I would have to
stick
carry
it in there sideways?
I'm going to stick it in there sideways.
Yeah.
You want to watch?
No. Yes.
But most of the time, I would either have to back pocket it. Libertarian says he wants to see the back side of the helix.
Oh.
Most of the time, because of my crappy ass pockets, it has to fit in sideways or on my waistband or back pocket. But I'll still carry it. I don't have a problem with it. I've been challenged to carry some, so the XM24 was the one that was really interesting, but that was fun. So I found pants that had bigger pockets so that I could carry it. And man, that knife was cool. I really do like it. Big Red says they're all too big for him. SOG has redeemed themselves.
In many ways.
They really have.
If they'd stop selling the stuff that was junk to begin with, I would be 100% behind that, but I'm about 90% behind it. They're really trying. So let's see. What else should I put on? Oh, I know what I'll put on the table.
12 Kingdom M4 said, love the look and size of the Goliath, too. Big beast. And he put a cool gorilla.
Okay.
Libertarian says that's how he feels about Cooper. They were talking about the Helix was a gas giant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is kind of another level of big knife. This is the ADV Pathfinder.
I love that.
This is a mid-tech. This is S35VN and all titanium. No two of these look exactly the same. Not really. Well, you know, blades are shared. I love this knife so much. Do I wish it had a tumbled blade? Yeah, you know, a little stonewash would go a long way because it's very shiny, but that thing is just fantastic. And it's, you know, $500. But used, they're only about 350. And I say that like I spent that kind of money on it. I didn't. I traded for it. I don't have any really expensive knives that I actually paid for because I don't have that kind of loose cash laying around ever. But periodically, I do put together a stack of other knives and get lucky. Somebody's willing to, you know, horse swap and trade with me, and that's been very, very good. Let's see. What are we going to put away next?
For all of you who love the ADV, but don't like the size because you think it's too big.
Well, yeah.
This is my all-time favorite baby.
The Mini Pathfinder.
The Mini Pathfinder. And this is one of my go-tos. I love this little chunk of steel. Like, we're just going to stick it right in there and put the small knife in the middle.
Let's put away...
12 Kingdom wants to know, does the ZT308 feel like the off-the-grid Rhino? Rhino's smaller, though.
No, the Rhino's a pretty big knife. It's the 308's bigger than the Rhino. Because it's a frame lock instead of a liner lock, it feels a little different in hand. But here's the thing: if I had, you know, $150 only to spend, I would absolutely buy the Rhino. If I had the $300 necessary to get the ZT, I'd get that. But if you're having to scrimp and save or sell stuff and you just want a big beefy beast that only costs about $75 or $80, whatever those things are coming in at, I love the Rhino. In fact, there's not an off-grid knife that I don't think is really well made and really well done, and I have all of them. Almost. They've released 2 or 3 since then, but at one point I had them all.
Yeah, Lorenzo, I agree with your wife. The women's pockets suck. The Mini is cool. Everybody likes the Mini. I love that Mini. That is my...
Well, let's be fair.
That is my all-time...
It's called a Mini, right?
But it's really not that Mini.
But here it is against the Mini Presidio. As you can see, it's, you know, I mean, it's still a reasonably mid-sized knife for most people. Right. It's just Mini by association with the full size over here.
And Dustin said that looks like the CRKT home front is the dollar store wannabe of it.
Oh, that's interesting. Let me go get ours. Our dollar store.
Our dollar store one.
Yeah.
Do you have any Tucson that fits your hands?
I do. I did a video.
My Tucsons were too small for him.
A number of them, but this one has
yes, Damon. Well, first off, hello, Damon. The alien knives. Where's the
what?
The one we just did.
The fixed blade?
No.
The DX2?
The DX2.
I don't know.
Oh. You guys, if you could see our table right now, we have every freaking knife out here.
Okay. So somebody asked me about a Tucson that fits my hand. This is the TS273. And unfortunately, this thing is not available on eBay right now. This one is 14C28N. It is just a really nice big knife. In fact, this is one of my favorite go-to sort of budget knives. It's not on the table. Here, Women Carry Knives will entertain you for a few minutes, and I'll go see if I can find the DX2.
Let me entertain you.
She's going to sing a song, and...
No, I'm not.
Baby, put your top back on.
Gino B, do they make large, slim pickings anymore? Alliance Designs. I don't have an answer to that one because I've never even heard of them.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you have we don't have a Kubi Nova, do we?
The Nova?
No.
I don't know. We might have.
If we did, we don't anymore. The Shredder Knife Review. Mama loves the off-grid fat boy for a woman's pocket. Yeah. Your woman needs this. Now, even with the women's jeans, I still carry this. And this, you know, I mean, it's not small by any means, but this fits in the pocket, and I can put this in the pocket sideways. But this...
All right, let's put this
is a good women's... I have a lot of good women's pockets. Women's jeans pockets.
You have a lot of good women's pockets.
I have shitty women's pockets.
There's the DX2, which fits in with this very nicely. This thing is really big.
Libertarianism, Napoleon Complex. What is knives? Lorenzo does too.
So we're going to put the 308 away for a minute because somebody asked me if the home front is a budget version of the Pathfinder. And unfortunately, we only have the Tanto version, but not really. You know, you can see there's a hole, I mean, maybe. But they're different enough that I'm not sweating it.
Tim says, thanks for showing it.
Yeah.
Libertarian says, ha ha. My 7.8 to 8.2 is my knife range size.
What is mine? Mine's 7.5 to 10. Yeah.
Yeah, Shane, I haven't handled a Kubi that wasn't great either. Actually, I've not been carrying my Kubis, but I've quite a few of them, and I do love them. The Shredder Knife Reviews just said he added that to the list of knives he's going to buy this
Now,
week.
the nice thing about ADV is that they make, if you don't like the Pathfinder, you can get a Butcher. This is another mid-tech. This is another stupidly expensive knife, but I'm trying to keep it on the level front, man. We started with what, $30, $35 or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're up to, 500 new. That's just the way it goes.
The Shredder Knife Reviews needs the Pathfinder.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. I got really lucky with these. We are part of a group called BACA, Bay Area Knife Collectors Association. And both of these came from horse trading within that group. So I just happened to have them on hand. I had other stuff. It worked out really well. Another big knife that is absurd in its cost, of course, is the Strider SMF. Now, I had an SNG. It was too small for me. The same reason I got rid of my ProTech Strider SNG, the auto. They're not comfortable to me. My hands are just too big. But this thing,
The Mini Pathfinder runs about $390.
yeah, about $390 for the new. You can get them new.
Yep. They're harder to find though.
This is just one of my when I got this thing, my attitude was, I'm going to flip it. And then I started carrying it, and it's never going to leave. This is the aluminum scale with the FWP, or Flying Winged Penis, logo on it. It is CPM 20 CV. I love this knife a ton.
Just so you all know, now that he's told you it looks like a penis, you will never unsee that if you see that knife.
That's right. Once you recognize the Flying Winged Penis. And of course, in a similar price range, this is about $650 or $700. If you can get them at shows, they're about $600. These sell for considerably more than that out in the world. And of course, then there's the XM24, which is a $600 knife all day long. Can I recommend this knife? I have no idea. I could recommend it based on its build quality and the materials and how much I love it, and particularly the sheep's foot. It's very useful. But the price just kills me every single time. Right? I want people to want one of these, but I'm never going to tell somebody to go buy any of these unless they come to me and say, hey, I'm looking at spending a shitload of money on a knife. Do you have a recommendation? Then yes.
And Damon says the SNG and Hinder 3.5 XM18 are too small. Well,
I like my 3.5 XM18.
I carried that, and I actually really like that.
It is, to me, it's a smaller knife, but for the same reason that I enjoy this one quite a bit. Once you adjust to the thickness of the handle and the way it feels, nothing else feels quite the same.
Right, you just gotta get closer and show them this flying winged penis.
There you go. Yep.
There you go. Now you guys got the image too.
Now. Oh, we only got a few minutes left.
So Mick says his budget is $100 or less.
Man, there are 1,000 knives in that price range that are worth owning.
Yeah, there are so many. And Libertarian, your message is being held, but we're gonna show it because that's just freaking hilarious. IB Freed, that's a new name. Hey, how are you tonight? He says he have two XL hands and really loves CS knives. Formax, Recon, he can't get enough. Recon 1. Actually, I bought a Recon 1 before Cold Steel kind of started taking a hike on their prices there.
You have one still in the box.
I have, yeah, brand new in the box.
It's good that you brought that up. This one's mine.
I may even give it away. It'd be crazy, but...
I have put a deep carry clip on there, which works beautifully. This is a great big knife. Let's see, what should we put away? We're going to put away...
Welcome, RC.
The Spyderco Shaman.
RC wants to know Do you know what happened to 2 Sun knives on eBay? Them and D-Win have disappeared. No new knives being posted.
No, New Year's and into February is the Chinese holiday,
Chinese
right?
New Year, yeah.
Chinese New Year.
They shut down for like a month.
They shut down for like a month.
Yep. You'll start seeing things come back out around March again.
Yep.
And actually, there's a lot of new knives coming out in March.
I'll put this one away.
And for those of you that didn't see it, on JB's channel,
This is going to be such a mess to put away.
He did a knife chat that we were all on, and that was really fun because we were talking about a lot of the new knives that are going to be coming out here pretty quick. So
yeah, that was rad.
Between now and probably about May, and I'll tell you, there are some really freaking sick knives coming out. I really like them. So I'm pretty excited about that. Ethan Runes EDC says, are you going to pick up
my 2 alien knives?
The OCD for EDC, CME for the Shaman?
That's the closing assist thing that he's done. No, I probably won't.
And IB Free said, click point, XHP, love it. Yeah, Mick, the Chinese get a freaking month off. We don't. Hey, come on now. If you guys live in Europe, I don't know who lives in Europe, but they get a lot of time off too.
Everyone gets a lot more time off than we do because
the U.S. is
everyone appreciates their employees more than American companies.
not here. Hey, I had a vacation 2 years ago.
Let's do that.
A vacation?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, who on this right now? Who lives down south? Down south.
Down south. Southern
Who lives
California.
Southern California.
Anybody?
Anybody here? Chino says, yeah, they think they're special. Shots fired.
No, but seriously. So the reason we're asking is because it looks like Blade Show West has moved from Oregon to Long Beach, California. And we would very much, we're planning on going if things keep going in the direction they're going. They keep improving the safety of it and all. And if that's the case, we're wondering who might be there.
Now listen, Tim.
What'd Tim say?
Listen, Tim. I'm going to call you out.
It's south for us.
That's what I do, huh, Mick? I'll call you out. Yeah, south, when we say who lives down south to us, because we're Northern California, that is Southern California, so who lives down south. And that is why I corrected myself, Southern California.
I don't know how to tell you this, but all you Southerners are actually east.
Yeah, they're not south. Tim was born in Long Beach. I was born in Huntington Beach.
And I forgive you both because Southern California is a terrible place. But
listen,
guess who was
not when I was born there.
Guess who was born in Northern California?
Yeah.
That's right. This guy.
But I was born there a long time ago. I mean, 20-something years ago.
Just 20-something years ago? Yeah.
Times two?
My little 20-something's wife.
All right, you guys got to go down. If you're going to be down in Long Beach this year, if you're going to go, any of you, and it looks like, I don't know if any of you, because nobody answered, are any of you from Southern California? And are any of you going to be able to make Blade Show West in Southern California in October?
It's a good question.
That is a good question.
I don't think anybody knows yet. Now, here's the hard part. They haven't actually posted anything online. We just happen to know people. So, but my understanding is it's absolutely going to go off, which is totally worth it.
Come on, guys. You got to be there because it's the weekend before my 50th birthday. Yeah, I said it.
You're
I'm
going
to
be 50?
You're 50 before me. So
No, I'm only 37.
No, you're not.
Oh my God, I'm going to be 50.
No.
I'm going to be 50 in July, guys.
JB, you're going to come help me celebrate, man.
I am so not. I don't know. 49 didn't bother me at all, but the big 50.
It's a number. It's just a number.
Yeah, it's a big number.
No, it's just. Oh my God, you guys and your. I'm gonna be 50s.
Oh.
It's okay. Matt's gonna be 53 in April. Happy early birthday, Matt. JB's gonna try. We know JB and Zach are gonna try. Lorenzo's gonna go with Zach. Oh, awesome. That would be very cool. I would just love to meet a bunch of you guys. You know, we talk to a lot of you guys all the time.
People.
And if we're ever traveling somewhere, love to meet up with you.
Yeah, actually, that'd be a ton of fun. I would be 100% behind that.
Tim says he's 53 in July. Peter's also 50 in July. And Tim says 50 is overrated. You know, the best part about being 50 and being a woman is I don't give a shit about anything anymore. Meaning, I don't have to go out and party and be all stupid and worry about, but I never did, you guys. I am a tomboy at heart. I grew up with the boys. I grew up with my dad teaching me how to do
Hashtag
stuff.
WCK, where's the pants?
Oh, yeah, man. I work on cars. I can do construction. You name it, I'll do it. And I have a blast doing it. But I can also put on a dress and doll up. So, you know.
Me too.
Hey, Zach.
Zach, buddy, what is going on?
He just had a Super Bowl nap.
Oh, that's nice.
Ethan, we're going to miss you, man. He's going to be in boot camp. I forgot about that. Exciting for you. Sue Chicken says Mirror Pup. Sue Chicken, how old are you?
You don't really have to tell us, but you can kind of estimate. So let's see. Actually, I think that's about everything. Man, we really covered a ton of knives today. It's just stuff that I love. Next live will be on WCK's channel, and we'll do all tiny little knives because we actually have some really good ones.
Honey, I have a new love on the channel chat.
Who's that?
It's Mad Deuce King because he says I don't look anywhere near 50.
Smooth.
You know why, Mad Deuce? Because I am half white and half Asian, but I look Mexican. So it's the Asian part of me that keeps my skin good.
Yeah, pretty soon people are going to be asking what this hot chick is doing with her grandfather when we go out. And I can live with that. I'm okay there.
I'll be like, he's my sugar daddy. That's my pimp. He's my pimp.
God. No, sugar daddy is actually better than pimp. Let's stay with sugar daddy.
Okay.
That's hilarious. Speaking of which, can I borrow $5
Zach
for some
loves
coffee?
your spread.
Oh yeah, man, this has been a fun group. But you know, they're my favorites, right? Well, some of them.
The knives, not the people. The knives.
Well, even the people.
The people.
I'm so glad they're
Yeah.
here.
I like smallish knives. Yeah, Mick. Mick, you seem to like a lot.
Laka?
You seem to like a lot of the knives I have. I think, Mick, that you would love my mini ADV. I think you would like that.
Yeah.
I'm reaching, but you would like
Here's
that.
Here's a big knife for most people and a mid-sized knife for me. That's the 0551 from ZT. This is another Hinderer design. This is I just love this thing. I went ahead and put titanium backspacers and screws on it, and a titanium over travel stop, and this carbon fiber scale. And the reason I did that is because this came with an aftermarket scale that was bright yellow, and I said, no. Oh, and I put a different clip on it too. This is actually not very deep carry for me, but I just like the way it looks and feels. I love this thing. I wish ZT would make these. I wish ZT would make all of their old monster kind of kick-ass knives again. That would make me so happy. It really
That would be really cool.
It would.
Yeah, I agree.
Unfortunately, ZT doesn't care at all what I say. Nobody asked.
Oh my God, you guys are commenting a lot. Hang on, my mouse just died.
No, Shane, that's actually Jimmy Slash's wife. That's Tammy.
Tammy?
Yeah.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
They asked if that was your voice and Josh's and Jimmy's stuff. No.
Do I sound like her? Hey, Mad Deuce King. Mad King Deuce, you said that your daughters are half Asian and white too? So I have to tell you that we have dubbed ourselves Wasians. White Asians. We are Wasians.
You guys are killing me.
We are squirreling.
Let's see. We're going to put that away.
Will you have some small tankers?
You know, in fact, going out a couple of weeks, I ended up doing sort of 3 small knives in a row, kind of by accident. And I like them all. So, yeah. There is some small stuff coming.
Ethan says he's going to have his first titanium frame lock knife coming in. What knife did you get, Ethan?
That's cool, by the way.
And then Mick says, I just think that once they get so big, they should be carried outside the pocket. And see, that's true because I just don't have pockets that accommodate them. But I will, like I said, I'll just throw it on my waistband or I'll stick it in my back pocket.
Okay, you guys want to see a small knife that I absolutely love? I mean, 100% no question.
Oh, yeah.
This is the Concept Knives Pelican. This is a just badass little knife. Oh my God, this thing is good. It's just fantastic. It really is. It is designed, it's a Max Crom design. He has a whole line of Pelican knives, a couple made by Fox Knives, one made by Kaiser, and then there's this thing. Now this is, well, here we go.
If I make a knife and I call it the Wasian,
No,
would that be bad?
that won't work.
God.
Now, see, this is a small knife. It really is. What are we talking about here?
Oh,
This
very
is
nice, Ethan.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 inches overall, which for me is tiny. But the design of this thing, look at this. Full grip in the hand, great landing ramp for the thumb, lots of grip. This is a spectacular small knife.
And to be fair, you're saying that's small.
It's tiny.
But then we stick it in my hand.
Oh.
This is not a small knife.
This is a
medium.
It's not. It's little.
It's not.
You know what?
Yes, it is little. It is little for you, but for me, this is a Listen.
Don't stab me.
Therapeutic edge.
On your lives, you can call this medium if you want. On my lives, this is small.
I know, because you have giant hands.
But it's...
Mick says belly, belly, belly.
Oh, God, this thing is great. But it's in the same category as the Bug Out or the Mini Presidio 2. For most people, it's kind of an average EDC size. For me, it's very small. But unlike many small knives that I can't... Look, here's the thing, you guys. Do we have any really small knives handy? We're running out of time, but... I got one.
I was going to say, no, not right here.
Give me a second. Coming. Don't go away.
Don't go anywhere. Oh, there we go. I finally got my comments back here.
Okay. So this is the Concept Knives Mini Main Street.
Mark said we need to get a room. Yes, the Main Street.
Main Street. This is an excellent little design.
Marshall!
But I can't use it.
It's tiny.
It's just, people love these and they're really into the design. And they're actually, this is a fantastic design. Is this the Main Street?
That would be great if it was bigger.
You know, yeah.
I would prefer it to be bigger.
So here's the thing. It's barely a 3-finger knife for me. And I just can't, even if I could choke up.
They're making a larger version of that one.
They're making a larger, oh wait, this is not the Main Street then. This is
that's the
shit.
No, it's not the shit.
Oh.
They don't name them shit.
Stand by.
That is the Goblin.
I'm so sorry, you guys. This is the Goblin. Now the Main Street, they're making a larger version of, and I'm already on board for that because I love that design. But, and we have the Main Street sitting over there too.
Yeah, we do.
That's why I was confused. No, it's okay. This is the point. I can't use this. I mean, I could drop it in my fifth pocket and I would rapidly forget it was there. It's just too small for me to use. I mean, okay, I could use it to cut open a box, right? But I mean, look, no. And part of this comes down to user safety. I get clumsy when I get tired. I don't know about you guys, but when I get worn out, I start to get, kind of clumsy. My hands are old. I've been working with my hands on and off my whole life. My knuckles get sore and tired. And a little tiny or super little skinny knife, eventually it just becomes something I'm likely to just drop. Whereas...
Yeah, Marshall, the ergos are, I mean, it's a great knife, but it's just so freaking small.
Whereas something like this, which is bug out size, but a little heavier, this I just get a hold of. This is just a great, for me, small, for everybody else, sort of mid-sized knife. If you don't have one of these, you might want to think about it.
To be fair, though, I can actually Spidey flick this one and use this.
And I can't.
But
so the Gremlin, she can Spidey. Is it the Gremlin?
Goblin.
God. We have a Gremlin here somewhere too.
We do have a Gremlin, but we don't have it out. But this one's easy to Spidey flick. So, like you said, you saw in his hand, it's tiny. In my hand, it's still small, but not quite as bad.
And actually, I'm glad that we did this because a lot of people in my reviews and stuff, they're like, why, Good
night at the Shredder Knife Reviews.
Good night. We're almost done here anyway, but I just want to say this before we go. For those of you that stuck around this long, first off, it's the hashtag tonight is hashtag big knives. So when this video posts, after we're done, when it posts, if you do hashtag big knives, you'll be part of the giveaway. And don't ask me what we're giving away. I have no idea yet. That's always the fun part. So just hashtag big knives. One word, hashtag big knives. Okay. Don't start now. Anyway, the point I wanted to make is this. I can't change the size of my hands. My knife collection is based on what's comfortable for me. And so the things that move through my channel tend to I come at it with that perspective. I get people all the time, how come you don't do this knife or that knife? Or how come you didn't love this knife? And it's because I can only authentically love and be interested in the things that work for me.
Steel Stock Cardboard wants to know if that's the male on the left.
I'm sorry?
He says, is that the male on the left?
What? Male?
Male. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Michael Morgan will spend $170 on a BG10 FRN today and came to his senses. For JB, this one's easy to flick. La-di-da-da-da. JB, we're just going to sit around and flick knives, man. And then who said the 3 inches and under? So Adam Smith said that he considers 3 inches or under small.
Oh, for sure. Anything, you know, I mean, it depends on if we're talking about, some knives have less than 3-inch blades, but that's just the cutting. But for instance, the Goblin here has a 3-inch blade, just at 3 inches, and it's just about perfect. I mean, so there are small knives that I absolutely love, really enjoy, but I'm not going to lie, when I'm knife hunting, it takes something really particular to get me to lean into a small knife right off the bat. The HEA Designs Hunter, for instance, is a front flipper, is my all-time favorite small knife.
That was awesome when I
That
got
is
that
such
too.
a good knife.
That bit every single person I handed it to.
So there we go, guys. This has been an absolute blast. Thank you for looking at my ridiculous collection. What?
I was reading.
Oh.
Hashtag knife hunting. Libertarian says the small C can go for the
I
rat
love
too.
the Riot K2. Just one from JB's, but yeah, okay. So I love Riot knives in general. I only have one, and it's because, again, Riot knows what they have and they charge accordingly. I have the couple of Chavez's that are made by Riot. I've got a couple of other knives that are made by Riot, and one actual Riot, which is the Valhalla. But beyond that, they're usually outside my price range. Even with all this craziness on the table, those are outside my price range. So
I should carry one of those next week.
yeah, you should.
Couple days.
Just choose your weapon and go to work.
Carry? You guys tell me which one of those you want me to carry.
Which of these? Oh, you know what?
Not
They're
that
going to
one.
say this. Not the
No,
Formax.
I can't. That's too big.
She'd come home with no pants. Hey.
Yeah,
Anyway,
can, huh?
that wouldn't work. But of these that are still on the table, including this one, I guess, what is Women Carry Knives going to carry on Monday?
Marshall says the Alien.
Back to the Hinderer.
I love the Alien.
Yeah, lots of Hinderer.
I did the Hinderer. I did the XM24 and the 18.
The Kubi Atlas.
Kubi Atlas. Do we have?
Yeah.
That's not bad. I'd carry that. A couple people are saying the Pelican.
Yeah.
No pan hey.
No pan hey. That's right. Hashtag no pan hey. The Alien. That's a good choice. Well, what do you think? You've seen all people are coming kind of all over the map tonight. What are you going to carry?
Okay, so I carried 2 of your Hinderers, so I'm not interested in the Hinderer right now because I already did those. The Alien, I reviewed that one.
So you carried it.
I'm going to carry it. I love the Alien.
All right,
and
Alien
I'd like to
Knives
see how that's going to
DX2.
go in the pocket. I mean, I had it for a day, but I'd love to carry it around for a few days and just see.
Okay,
So I'm going to do
there
that.
we are. As for me, I know
Sorry,
nobody asked and nobody cares, but I'm going to share anyway. I think since it's been a while, I'm going to go ahead and carry the Pathfinder tomorrow. So keep your eyes out for it in the pocket with this thing. You guys are getting a little preview. Once again, when this goes live on YouTube after we're all done, comment with hashtag Big Knives and you'll get in on the giveaway, and I'll pull it Wednesday or Thursday, kind of depending on where we are. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you so much for sticking it out with us and running as long as we have. It's been an absolute joy to have you. You guys, thanks very much. We'll see you next time.
Thank you all.